It's day 11 and it's time for a quick strike. Hello and welcome back to the Dohyo here on Mr. JWags channel. This is a quick strike, a tiny, amuse-bouche, tappa-sized episode that we put out here mid-Basho to keep us hungry for more sumo. Now please, I'm going to be giving you spoilers through day 11 of the May 2023 Basho, so if you have not watched through day 11 of the May Basho, stop, watch it, and then return to us. Alright, we're going to get to the leaderboard in a second, and it's a good one, but we have to talk about some people who have left the tournament, and one who is coming back. As we alluded to on the last quick strike, the Georgian giant Tochi Noshin, former Ozeki, former champion, he has gone intai. Of course, we are going to be exploring this much more in the recap, but for right now, thank you for the memories and a fascinating and wonderful career. We have a few more Kyujo than we did last time. Maegashira's Endo and Kota Shoho. They have gone Kyujo, and they are out for the rest of the tournament, it looks like. Also down in Judyo, Enho and Chionokuni. As I mentioned before, they were not looking too good. Well, they have also gone Kyujo. So we're going to talk a little later about how this might affect certain people's demotion status. And we have one returning Rikishi. Maegashira 2 Takayasu has returned to the ring as of today and defeated Abi. So he's looking alright, and hopefully he can squeeze out a few wins from day 12 to 15. Alright, this leaderboard is a good one, and it happens to be the leaderboard I predicted going in. We have Yokozuna, Terunofuji, and Maegashira Asanoyama tied at 10-1, and one win below Sekiwake and Ozeki hopeful Kidibayama. Now, Terunofuji is not looking the absolute best I've ever seen him, but he's looking plenty good, and a 90% Terunofuji is better than most sumo wrestlers ever. Now, the important thing going forward is in the last 4 days, who are these people going to face? Now, it looks like Terunofuji is going to face Wakamoto Hadu tomorrow, which is going to be a tough match. And he still has to face Sekiwake Daisho and Kidibayama. Now, that last day, traditionally, would be against Ozeki Takakeisho, but he is not in the Yusho race, really. So, that last day 15 might be reserved for, say, Asanoyama. Now, as I predicted, Asanoyama is doing very well down in the Maegashira teens, but they are starting to promote him much more aggressively down the stretch. Tomorrow he faces Sekiwake Daisho, and if he keeps winning, I imagine they're going to try for that day 15 against Terunofuji. Assume they are both fighting for the Yusho. Now, Kidibayama, one win behind at 9-2, still very much in the race, especially because he has yet to face both of the leaders. He gets Ozeki Takakeisho tomorrow, which is kind of fascinating because Takakeisho needs one more win to clear Kataban, and Kidibayama needs one more win to make Ozeki, so whoever wins, we have an Ozeki for the next tournament. Great scheduling. He has yet to face Hoshodyu and Terunofuji, so that's two more, and that gives one more slot, and that could be the hidden Asanoyama slot, so we'll see how that goes. I really hope so. Now we have 4 wrestlers at 8-3, pretty far back, but should chaos ensue, still very much in the race. Maegashira 15, Tsurugisho, Maegashira 11, Hokuseiho, Maegashira 6, Meisei, and Sekiwake Wakamoto Haru. Now Tsurugisho, having a great tournament, much better than I expected, but if he starts to get promoted down the stretch, I do not expect him to, win out. I do not see a Tokushoryu surprise in the making here. Hokuseiho. He is proving the adage that sometimes being huge is an excellent strategy. Very few people have managed to put dirt on him, and when they have had to work for it. So, I'm interested to see the future of Hokuseiho. Will he be able to develop his sumo beyond the I'm huge sort of strategy, and be able to figure out a few more tricks? I'm pretty sure he will with Hakuho as his Oyakata. We'll see if he can figure out some new moves faster than the rest of the Bansake can start catching up to him and figuring out new and exciting ways to move all of that bulk of this Darth Vader-sized Rikishi. But I see a very bright future for Hokuseiho. Meisei is looking great. Now, the rumors I have seen online in the sumo subreddits is that he has recently had eye surgery. Apparently, his eyes have been bothering him for years, but now things are great. There is eye comfort. He can see, and what a difference it is making. 8-3, all 3 of his losses have been very, very close losses, and he's the only person to put dirt on Yokozuna Terunofuji. So, a Kinboshi. Excellent work, Meisei. If he's not in the Sanyaku next tournament, if he keeps this up, he'll be in the one the tournament after. It is lovely to see a comeback out of him. And of course, Wakamoto Haru, I underestimated him, as I always seem to do. But he's at 8-3, already got his Kachi Koshi. Even if he wins out, unless he wins the Yusho, I don't see him making Ozeki out of this. But he's already got his 8, so he's going to be staying at Sekiwake for the next tournament. Let's see him build on this tournament and see where the next one takes us. We have two 7-4s we need to talk about in terms of promotion and demotion. Ozeki Takakeisho needs one more win at 7-4 to clear Kataban. He's got Kiribayama tomorrow, and he's starting to face the meat of his schedule, so none of these wins are going to be easy, but I think he can squeeze out one more and manage to hold on to that rank. And Daisho at 7-4, I'm pretty sure he's going to get a win in the next 4 days to stay at Sekiwake. Even if he loses out the rest of the tournament, he's going to stay in the Sanyaku, it looks like. If he gets to 10 wins, we're going to say that's pretty marginal for an Ozeki promotion, especially if Kiribayama's going up and we keep Takakeisho. But if chaos starts reigning, 10 wins would probably bump him up in an emergency. 11 wins would be much, much stronger, but he would have to win out for that. Not sure I see that happening, but let's see. Now, the Judio promotion-demotion picture is fascinating right now. So first of all, Ichinojo went Intai before the tournament, so everyone ranked below him. You get a half-ranked promotion. And then we have a bunch of people down there in the lower Maegashira who I'm a little worried about. Now, Maegashira 17, Kageyaki at 5-6, needs a winning record to stay up in Makuuchi. We have had some 7-8 stick around, but I don't think that's going to happen this tournament. Maegashira 16, Mitodyu with a 4-7. He might need to get up to 7 wins. 6 might do it, but again, depends on the promotion picture. Maegashira 15, Ichi Yamamoto, a 3-8. That is not looking good at all. Already has a losing record. He might need to win 3 out of his last 4 to stay up. And the fascinating scenario to me is, what do we do about our recent Kyujo? Now, Endo's all the way up at Maegashira 2, along with Takayasu. But Takayasu came back and just got a win. So, worst case scenario for Takayasu, he ends 1-14. I have not been able to find a case of anyone in Modern Sumo getting demoted to Judio from Maegashira 2 with 1 win. I have found one case in Modern Sumo where a Maegashira 2 who got an 0-15 got dropped all the way down to Judio. It's rare, but it's still on the table. There is a much better case for Maegashira 5 Kota Shoho at 1-14, and if he does not come back, which I don't think he will end with 1-14 at Maegashira 5. And there are a number of cases where a 1-14 at Maegashira 5 have dropped you all the way down to Judio. So I'd say his chances of staying up are less than 50-50 at this point. And we have some guys like Takarafuji, Aoyama, Miyogiryu. They need like one more win to be safe, so I'm not as worried about them. So let's see what happens. Now, the promotion case from Judio is looking great. Now, we have Judio 1, Gonoyama, and Judio 1 West, Shonan no Umi. They have 10 and 9 wins respectively. They are both going up. No questions asked. Now we have Judio 3, Bushozan at 7-4, and Judio 4, Roga, also with a 7-4. If Bushozan gets to 9 wins, I think that makes him a borderline case. I'd say that's 10 wins for Roga, but I think the fascinating action is happening down at Judio 8. Atami Fuji with a 9-2, and Ochiai, co-Judio leader, with a 10-1. Digging through the Sumo reference, I have found a number of cases where a Judio 8 with double-digit wins was promoted to Makuuchi. So it all depends on the promotion-demotion picture, I know. But if both of these guys can get to 12 wins, I think there is an excellent chance we see both of them in Makuuchi next tournament. All right. We're coming into the home stretch, and this looks like it's going to be an amazing finish. Stick around the channel. I will, of course, have my recap after the tournament, but thank you for joining us on this quick strike.